no, please don't move. We don't know how badly injured you are.
I told Miss Emily she should call an ambulance last night, but she wouldn't hear of it.
It's all right. You see, my father is a doctor, and he's going to be home any minute.
Would you please tell us what you were doing out there?
I have to call somebody. Somebody has to know where I am, that I'm all right.
Who? Is it a woman? Is
Oh.
It... Oh, no, just tell me the name and the number, and I'll call anyone for you.
I can't. I don't know the name. I can't find it. I have to call somebody. I don't know who.
Even if you can't remember the name of this person, you can tell us your name, can't you?
Well, you do know your own name, don't you?
I can't even tell you who I am. I was dreaming. I don't know what it was. It was a lot of noise, screaming, and the fire. The heat was so intense. How'd I get in here?
We carried you up here, that's how. And it wasn't easy. There's an awful lot of you, you know.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
No, it's all right. And don't worry about not remembering anything, because it'll all come back to you very soon. Everything.
Something has to come back to me. I feel like I'm in the middle of a fog. An ugly white fog. It's making me so tired.
You really should eat something. You know, you've hardly touched your soup.
It's dead cold, of course, now.
Molly, would you make some hot soup then for him? Maybe if he ate something, he'd feel better.
If you ask me, he needs a doctor, not soup. And I still think you ought to call the ambulance.
No! He'll be all right here. Daddy will be home soon, and he'll take care of him. Besides, you don't want to go to a hospital, do you?
Hospital?
Maybe they'll find a doctor there who can restore his memory.
God, what's happening to me? I know I'm a person. I'm somebody. I don't know who.
Don't worry about anything. It's gonna be all right.
Somebody. There's somebody who wants me. Who's waiting for me. They're depending on me. I don't know who they are. Maybe they're family, they're friends.
Now look, just rest. Don't think about anything. You have had a terrible thing happen. It's just gonna take time. And rest. And food. I'll be back very soon.
say anything else?
No, nothing. He doesn't know who he is, and he's forgotten everything in the past.
Emily, have some sense. Use your head. He made up that amnesia because he couldn't think of another story fast enough.
What?
Yes, he's faking. He doesn't want you to know who he is or what he was doing out there.
I don't believe he's faking. I mean, all you have to do is look at him. He's so terribly upset.
I don't believe in that amnesia stuff. I never saw a person with amnesia in my whole life. It's just something you read in stories.
Molly, it's a fact. And it does happen to people, especially after they've had a terrible time. But in this case, it doesn't really matter. I mean, even if he doesn't know what his name is, I do.
You said that last night. But you still haven't told me what his name is.
Oh, kind of weightless, like I don't have much existence at all.
Nonsense. You're here, you're with your family, people who love you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Oh, thanks. What are you doing home at this hour of the day? Shouldn't you be with your patients?
Don't worry about it.
Where's Mrs. Goodman? Or are you babysitting?
I'm babysitting. She couldn't make it.
You know, you're not going to need Mrs. Goodman for as long as I'm here.
Oh, don't be silly. We don't want you as a babysitter. You're our guest.
Nicole, I meant it as, look, you don't have to fire me, all right? But as long as I'm here and not working, gotta let me help with Adam. It'll give me something to do.
Well, why not? Sounds like a good idea. She might as well get in some practice taking care of babies, right? Your own will be out of the hospital pretty soon.
Not that taking care of a 4-year-old has much to do with a newborn.
Well, look, your bed is made upstairs. You can go up anytime you want to.
Oh, thanks, but I'm not too anxious to jump back into bed. I feel like I've been living in bed the past couple of weeks.
Can I get you something? How about a pot of coffee?
Oh, that'd be terrific. I don't know what it is about hospitals, but their coffee always tastes like mud.
Oh, well, I think they make it in the laboratory.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Look, April, I know you're still not absolutely sure about having made this move to come here, and I don't want you to feel that you're under any obligation.
Miles Nicole told me the same thing.
I just meant you ought to do whatever makes you feel best. If you start feeling too stifled here, or if Adam is too much for you, for example, you just say the word. You have another invitation, from Mike and Nancy.
Come here. Oh, thank you. And I'll be perfectly honest with you. I have been wondering whether it would be better for me and for everyone concerned if I were by myself. I mean that. I don't want to make people uncomfortable, Miles.
Oh, don't be silly.
No, I'm not. I'm very confused about my life, about my feelings right now. And it's very hard for me to think positively about anything, because the person I love most in the whole entire world is dead.
I made a sandwich as well as some coffee. I thought you might not have enjoyed the hospital food any more than you did their coffee.
Thank you.
Ah, get that?
Cream and sugar.
Hello? Deborah, hello. Oh, yes, as a matter of fact, she is. I'll ask her. Just a second. April, it's Deborah Saxon. Would you like to talk to her?
No, I really don't think I want to talk to anyone right now. She's bound to say something about Draper, and I just don't want to deal with it.
Deborah, I think you know April just got back from the hospital. I think she'd like to rest for a little while. Okay, well, I'll ask her.
Yes, of course I will.
Okay, bye-bye. Deborah would like to stop by in the next couple of days and see you.
Condolence calls. I dread it. I really don't know how I'm going to do this all over again. I mean, first my mother, now my husband, Another funeral?
I think that Deborah is especially anxious to see you because she feels so terrible about any part she might have played in this tragedy.
She is the one who found out the truth, though. She and Steve and Calvin.
A little late. A couple of hours too late. Just one train too late. Look, there's no reason for her to feel bad. I don't blame her. It's not her fault.
No, it isn't. She was forced to do what she did. If anybody's to blame, it's Derek Mallory.
What?
I'm sorry. It was unnecessary. Here, I'll have our coffee.
Well, wonders never cease.
Can I come in, or do you have a house guest?
Just me and a couple of drinks.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call this squalor, but then again, I wouldn't exactly call it a movie star's pad. What have you been living on?
Unemployment compensation and hope. Don't tell me you've turned into a social worker, Raven. What are you doing here?
As a matter of fact, yes. It is a social call.
How nice. Social, but not friendly.
Well, shall we say social, but businesslike, okay? I need some help. It's something I don't think I can handle on my own.
What could that possibly be?
It's about my son. I need someone to help me get him back, and you're the first person I thought of.
That's a job for attorneys, darling.
I don't want to talk about attorneys or two attorneys anymore. That's all I've been doing ever since I got back to Monticello.
So that was the secret activity, wasn't it?
Yes. However, no one will represent me because they don't want to face the district attorney in court, even though it's only a custody charge.
My God, Raven, you're serious? You amaze me. You constantly amaze me.
Yes, I'm very serious. I intend to get Jaimey back, and I will do anything, including steal him. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I plan to do. With your help, of course. Look, darling, just because I am married to Logan does not mean that he automatically is Jaimey's father. Even the stupid attorneys agree on that.
So what's the big problem?
The problem is nobody wants to represent me because he's the district attorney. And then there's one more problem. You see, I left Jaimey here when I went away to Europe.
A minor detail.
Yes, but they cannot prove that I meant to live in Europe permanently. I mean, what's wrong with just going there for a visit? And after all, I did make arrangements to have him taken care of.
Yes, with the Scots. Only the way I understood the story, you gave them your little bundle from heaven.
That's not true. You can't just give a baby away.
That wasn't from want of trying, darling.
Will you shut up? Look, don't say that. It's not true. Never say again that I gave my baby away. You understand? I don't think April will ever say it either.
Why wouldn't she, if it's true?
Because she's my friend. Besides that, she's such a sweet thing. She would never say anything that hurtful.
She's also Logan Swift's friend.
Are you kidding? He's the one that sent her husband to prison and therefore is directly responsible for his death. You call that friendship?
Ah, that twisted mind of yours, Raven. You really should donate it to science when you die.
Well, I'm not going to die, not for a while. I'm going to live, and I'm going to live really well. And I'm going to live with my son. And if you won't help me get him back, that's just fine. That's great, Elliott. I'll find someone who will.
Wait a second. You have me utterly fascinated now. Tell me some more about this little scheme of yours.
It's not a scheme. The law would approve of what I'm doing.
Stealing a baby?
Well, it's not stealing. I'm just repossessing my own property. I am the child's mother. Logan is nothing. He just has it. Have you ever heard of the term, possession is 9 points of the law?
Yes, only I thought it was 9/10.
Cliff Nelson told me it was 9 points.
Nelson, Logan's assistant. How many more people do you have in this scheme?
Never mind. The point is, Logan stole that child from April. So we're just going to go take him back.
And you want me to be your Confederate?
It's not going to be dangerous. There's no crime being committed. We're not going to hold him for ransom.
Are you sure, Raven? Are you sure you don't have some form of ransom in mind?
Absolutely not.
I didn't mean money. I meant, maybe you don't want the little boy back so much. Maybe he's just a way of getting the daddy back.
Logan is not Jaimey's daddy, and I don't want Logan. All I want is Jaimey.
How about what I want?
You can have anything you want if you help me.
Where have you been? With him?
No, I was changing, that's all.
Is that your new dress?
Well, is there any reason why I shouldn't wear it? After all, my father is coming home today.
Emily, how could you possibly know that man's name? He doesn't know it himself.
I just do, that's all.
Well, he didn't have a scrap of identification on him. No wallet, nothing at all. Did he say something to you? You spent the whole night in his room. Did he talk in his sleep?
No, Molly, he didn't say a word.
Emily, what is the matter with you? I just don't know what your father's going to say to all this.
He will agree with me, Molly. Wait and see. He'll recognize him, too.
Recognize him? So, you've seen this man before?
It all happened long before you came to this house. Before my mother died.
What happened?
You're going to have to wait until my father comes home.
Don't be coy with me, William. There's been a change since my last EKG. I can practically see the difference in your eyes.
Yes, there has been a change, Leo.
And not for the better.
Not for the better, no. Leo, if you weren't a doctor, too, I could obscure this diagnosis with a lot of technical jargon, but...
You can't fool me, William. I know the severity of my angina attacks. And as I said, I've had several episodes since I saw you last.
Yeah, they're right here on the EKG, Leo. They've left their traces.
All right. Now, you know what I want to know.
Not about surgery, I hope.
No, I realize surgery won't help. What I want to know is, William, I have a daughter, and she's all I have. And unfortunately, I'm all she has.
Yes, I know about Emily.
She's not an invalid or mentally incompetent or anything like that. But she's been sheltered. Something happened in our lives that made us too dependent upon each other. And if anything was going to happen to me, then I sort of have to make arrangements for the future. Don't you see?
Yes, of course.
That's why you have to be honest with me. If there's anything eminent on that piece of paper,
Leo, make whatever arrangements you can. And I'm sorry.
I keep trying and trying, and nothing comes back to me. Not a name, not a face. I don't even know what my face looks like.
Oh, it's a very pretty face. Although, I'm afraid it's a bit cut up right now.
Well, maybe if I can get out of bed and look in the mirror, it'll bring
Oh, no, don't get up.
I've got to know who I am. I don't even know who you are.
My name is Emily. It's Emily Gault. And our housekeeper is Molly Sheridan. And I can even tell you what your name is.
You can. Why haven't you told me before?
Because I wanted us to be alone.
Please tell me. Who am I?
This is you. It was taken 10 years ago, but it is you. And your name is Kirk Michaels.